Welcome back to the Inn at the End, friends. Our troopers are already at their table, getting underway. Why don't you go join them? I'll bring you a drink.
Welcome to the Inn at the End, the Internet's #1 D&D 4-play podcast. I'm your host, your DM, Alex. With me today is...
Dash as Valen.
Caleb is Simon.
Zeus.
Brett is Ben.
And last we left the boys of Quilton Bay, they were deep under the bay, talking with Melora. Let the adventure begin.
Clip it.
So last we left off, you were deep in the Underdark, below the tower that rose from Quilton Bay, the place where we started this whole long campaign. Met with Melora at a nice table, shared a meal and some drinks with her. Found out she has, in essence, been gone from Haven, or at least didn't know what was happening since the last calming, and has shown up again to find out what's been happening, and shared stories with all of you. Took a liking to what you had to say and the interesting tales that you were telling her. And you let her know what was going on in your town about Alastair kind of taking over years ago, turning the town into something that you don't recognize and subjugating people, not only here, but out in the world of Haven at large. You guys finished with your meal and started heading up the cave that leads upward to where you're not sure, but Melora has said that this is the path back to Quilton. So you guys are heading over, that trench that you found, that water that was coming down, and you're starting to climb up this kind of spiral cavern. Is there anything you guys are doing as you're headed up?
So this goes like all the way to the top of the tower, right? I saw that guy up there, the storm person, and he was like shooting lightning, and I was like taunting him, and he shot a really scary lightning bolt at me, and I dodged it because I'm just that cool. But if we're going to go see him, if you could kill him, that would be great.
Oh, I don't plan on killing anyone. But like I mentioned, if you'd like me to talk to him, since he has these ideas about me, I can help with that.
He might just try to kill you as well.
Okay. I'm not terribly scared of that. If this form were to die, I would simply appear somewhere else.
Okay, well, that's kind of handy.
What if
Yes.
he tries to kill us?
I would. You should probably defend yourselves.
Oh yeah.
But you won't do
But this
anything
isn't
about
like
it.
I don't plan to. No, I
didn't.
don't mess with the cycle of life and death as a rule.
All right, that's kind
So-
of upsetting.
Before we like get all the way up there and like introduce you to him, could we maybe have like a little brainstorming session on how we want to kill him?
Yeah, you mind hanging out for a second while we... You can listen in if you want, but since you're
Sure. I mean, just follow
It-
along.
it-
I know the path up, and as if you want to walk and talk.
Okay, cool.
By the end of the
But
conversation,
she is not
you'll be-
stopping.
She can't. She will if you really want her to. But
Okay.
So, what's our game plan here when we?
Well, I thought that we could have Melora like show herself to the crowd, and then they would know that he is not really a part of anything. But this is not looking.
Yeah, I don't really
helpful.
feel like she cares. No offense, but
No, she
or
doesn't
if she
care. That
yeah,
very
cares,
she
much.
she's
doesn't
just-
care,
Doesn't
Yeah.
want to interfere.
and it's kind of up to us. So
Yeah.
like she can say her thing, but at the end of the day, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna
I'm going to say it was...
try to kill her.
It was really irritating doing this whole entire adventure believing that Melora had our back because we really stuck our necks out there. And I thought, like, for sure, like, it was divine intervention. And turns
Yeah.
out we were just
Right.
really lucky.
I never really thought it was Melora. No offense.
Melora, can I ask you a question?
Of
I was
course,
going for a
please,
joke.
please.
Are you able to bestow this incredible sense of free will to a person?
No, not necessarily.
Oh, because the citizens.
Well,
People all have free will innately.
what if it's been taken from them, though?
Yeah. Remember the bugs? We
how
told
do-
you about the bugs.
I knew about the bugs. It does seem like that's causing a problem, but if a knife is forcing you to do something, take away the knife.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's just too bad that all of these people are kind of definitely don't have free will to... That must be really upsetting to Melora. You know what I mean? Like, it must really bother her that so many people don't have free will.
And we look at Melora.
She's right there.
I am right here. Yes.
No, I know.
Was there any reaction?
She's listening intently. She's just excited that you're, conversing, and she's...
Yeah, free will is so cool. I just wish there was like a switch that we could flip.
To give it back to the people it was stolen from.
How was it taken?
The knife.
The knife.
Yeah, yeah. So
Take the knife away.
if only there was a switch that we could flip to take all the knives away.
But a knife is also useful for cutting fish for your meal. I'm sure that's useful.
Not for the fish.
I think what
Not
we're,
for the fish.
What we're getting at is why don't you just take away the problem,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? So all
everyone
these people
is restored to their free will.
Isn't that
to
cool? We're
being
using our free
controlled.
will to ask you to use your free will to restore other people's
But
free
at
will.
the end of the day, it's all of our.
Shut up.
Oh, sorry.
I-
I want to kill him. So
Oh, okay.
Or at the very least, the person who seems to be the anti-Melora,
yeah, yeah,
is there anything that you can do to maybe
yeah. He's kinda
soften
like
his
the,
effect?
The predestination, Melora.
Yeah, he essentially is everything that you are not.
Yeah.
What am I? What is this version of me that is
Disappointing.
inside of each of your heads?
Okay. Don't like where this is going.
Yeah.
I've been here many times. I've interacted with people like you quite a bit over the millennia now. There's a lot of baggage you all place on gods. It seems to be baggage that you grew up with, that you've been taught, that you've learned from others, or things that have helped you gain, things that you like.
If you had it your way, would anybody bother to know about you or know your name?
No, absolutely not.
Would it be better if just like the name Melora was wiped from this plane?
Would it be better? I'm not sure.
Are you
For
talking
you,
about
personally,
like a
for you.
religious?
I don't know. I don't
genocide?
know what those two versions of reality would look like. I know the version that we live in, that we have to live in and proceed forward with, and it's this one. Like I said, I'm not the controller of free will.
No,
I'm the God that sprang up because it started to exist.
you're the
I'm-
embodiment.
I'm the caretaker of the garden that is free will. And sometimes there are rotten patches of it. Sometimes there are beautiful patches of it.
What if
They
the
all-
rot is an invasive species and it's taking over?
Then the garden should defend itself.
That's not how
that's
invasive
not really a
species
garden,
work.
are
Invasive
you? It's more like you're just watching a garden.
but
You're not
we're-
really tending
guys,
the
guys,
garden.
We're the ones with the free will, and we're the ones that have come together as friends. The most powerful thing there is in the world.
All
This
right.
one is
He's got a point.
really understanding my intentions a lot more than I think the rest of you are.
No, yeah, we're just trying to get you to help us kill this guy. All right, so
Yes, so it's not uncommon for a mortal to ask
Yeah.
a god.
That's also what I want to do.
We're
So
trying to-
We're on the same page. It seems like.
yeah.
Yeah,
I-
you want me to kill him too.
Well,
you're
it
kind of
seems like
indifferent
that's
to
what
it,
you want to do.
but that's fine because I have my own I have free will to do that.
absolutely.
You're actually pretty cool now that I
Thank
now
you.
that
I
I
appreciate
feel like
that.
I understand you a little better.
you know, is it worth asking whether or not like this life that we're living is real?
Oh boy.
Yes?
It's not like an illusion that's happening in like a god's dream or something.
No. Someday you may find a reality where that is where you exist.
Oh.
Potentially. But that's what I love about this world. This this place of existence is this is the only place where things are real, where choices matter, where when things happen, you can't go back and fix them.
Yeah.
So many other of my kind have wanted the world to be that way, to be in their image, to make things happen exactly the way they want them to happen. But when you're here, when you're in Haven, everyone has a chance to do what they want to do. And it plays out day by day. And those stories, the individual stories of everyone's lives from the beginning to the middle to the end, that's what I truly value.
We're at like the apex of our story right now, guys.
Yeah.
Or some might call it the climax.
We are because of our free will and our convictions, we know what's happening is not right. I feel like as frustrating as this is, and as much as we want like a heroic God to give us what we want, I think that Melora is giving us what we need.
Exactly.
Like
All right.
We
Let's
have
go do
it.
it.
the freedom to do what we feel we need to do. And if we're not successful, well then,
Yeah, it's not like we can go back and fix it.
yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes you just need to like go and punch a guy in a bar, and then you like exert your free will on them, and then they can exert their free will however they want.
True.
All
Usually,
right.
probably
They punch me back.
They'd probably punch you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
that
fun.
makes sense.
That's
It's a
their
lot of
free
fun.
will.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess we'll just go confront.
Let's go up into the bar that is called Quilton Bay and punch this person in the
Yeah.
face.
Let's,
Exactly.
And hope they don't punch back too hard.
Yeah. I mean, there's four of us.
I mean, I was only unconscious once today.
Plus,
so.
Corgan and Dorgan and Morgan and Big Craig are out there waiting for us.
Totally. They're totally.
They're going to be there
Oh.
ready to join
Maybe.
the fray.
Because, yeah, they totally knew to come here.
Mm-hmm.
And also all the boats.
Yeah, they'll be there too.
Yeah.
It's
Pineapple.
exciting. A lot of
Pineapple.
people showing up.
Yeah. We have some really cool characters. Like people. in
Like
our-
friends,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
our friends.
allies,
We've been we've
long
been,
lost lovers.
companions, compatriots.
We've
Oh,
been making
I
them
love
for the
them
last
all.
120 episodes.
Yeah.
I also delineate my life into episodes sometimes. It's easier to manage that way.
Yeah.
This one I'm
Steer
working
clear
on
of
the title of.
Squarespace
All right.
because there's
So
there's a limit there.
When we get up here, what do you like? Open the top of it of this big tower, or is there like a balcony that comes off the side, or how does this? How are we going to meet him? Just so we can kind of come up with a plan.
So this cave we're following should go to your bay, your town. Last time I was here, it seemed like a quiet, small kind of place with a big temple for me. We're not in the tower now. The tower is just a place I use to go in between here and my home.
Oh.
So these are just the caves of your Underdark.
Oh.
And as you are walking, like you're like scaling a bit to get onto another ledge, you do notice there's like some dead bodies on the side.
Oh. Any ghosts?
There's some ghosts here,
Oh, nice.
for sure. And you do notice also, like, as you are walking around, the like spirits and the ghosts appear much more real around Melora.
Oh.
And here there's like you see some ghosts, they're just beating up another ghost.
Oh.
Can I make a perception to see if these bodies are like fresh?
Yeah.
They have ghosts.
I'm
It's,
guessing
17.
17. These bodies are long dead.
Oh, okay.
They've got like ratty clothes and are mostly skeleton.
anybody that we would recognize from Quilton lore.
Give me a history check.
I hope there's someone cool in here. Like, oh, there's old one-eyed Willie.
6.
6. It's tough to tell.
Yeah, with
But
a 6. Huh.
With your recent experiences, something does jog your memory. This is where Old Man Jenkins brought people to kill him. Oh shit! And you see, like, the bodies down here are just like mangled and crushed. You see up above you, like you're climbing up to. They must have been thrown down here from that cliff.
Gross. So this is the pedo dumpster?
Yes.
Essentially?
Essentially.
Wow. I
And
relay
it seems that
'cause
there's some other
seems
ghosts
juicy,
that
yeah.
have come over, and there's one straggler ghost that remains here that they just beat up in the
Okay.
afterlife.
So it's just pedos getting beat up.
Just the one.
Or is it
This
pedos
the
beating up
one
other pedos?
that was saved from like the crystal imprisonment.
Okay.
But these are like fisherman ghosts.
Okay.
That are beating this
They're like,
guy up.
sweet, another one.
Yeah.
And then they...
You deserve it.
Yeah, okay.
And then kicks him.
Pedo beating.
Yeah. All right. Interesting.
But yeah, you guys scale this precipice, this, Old Man Jenkins, death pit. And you see probably about 100 or so feet down, light from outside is getting in. And you all recognize this area because this is the cave that you all went through when you were children.
Yeah.
You know that if you go to the right, it will lead you to that beach that you first saw the ships coming in during the calming. And then to the left is the entrance that leads straight to the west side of the bay. The cliffs that oversee that.
I think Simon stops a moment and says, "This is where it all started for us."
Yeah, that was a good day.
120 episodes ago.
Yes, it was quite a long time ago, but it feels, now that we're here, feels so much more recent. Well,
Maybe,
on we go.
Yeah, let's fight for it.
All right. You guys head down. You go to the exit of the cave, and you see the bay in front of you. So you're on the west side, and it stretches out in front of you. Across the bay, on the cliff, is the lighthouse, the temple that's at the very top of this like long rocky staircase. You see some movement there. It looks like there's followers from the church that are out there, and they're looking down at the bay. You see in the center of the bay, Alastair is still near the tower, investigating it. You see him moving around, like investigating the walls and stuff. You see Nytheris' ship that is near that. You see the market district where you all fought Alastair before. You see the docks there are lined with people, their eyes glowing. They're watching Alastair as well. A number of librarians kind of are mixed in with them, keeping tabs on those folk. You see just past that, going to the left, going to the northeast-ish, is about a half dozen rescue caravans coming down from the warehouses, and they are packed. They are packed up, and they are headed, it looks like, to the bridge that is along the bay. That goes over the little stream that flows into it.
They're the rats leaving.
You see the ship, the rescue ship, has kind of like pushed itself into that little creek that runs in, and looks like the rescues are headed towards that. They've got guards around them. Everyone else is kind of packed in as well.
Do I see my mom?
Not from this far away.
Sure.
You're on the other side of the bay.
How far would you guess? Like estimate?
It's like a quarter mile, half mile around there. Getting closer, so it's just the north side of the bay. Just to your left is Ghoul's bar and the adventuring shop and you see Ghoul up on the roof, kind of coordinating the people that are around it. You see people that are coming in and being brought to the bar or being sent to the residences that go to the north. There's probably a dozen or so folks that are part of Ghoul's crew just keeping that protected. There's a number of librarians that have taken cover just beyond them that are trying to get into the bar itself, trying to take down Ghoul. A little closer, so this is just to your left down a bit, is Simon, your folks are on the roof of the adventuring shop.
Okay.
You see your dad is like handing your mom arrows as she needs them, and she is just firing arrows at what looks like large frogs, like medium-sized creatures, but large frogs that are trying to get up onto the roofs. And you also see past the dress cues, I did forget this, is a larger frog similar to the one you fought down below, chasing those caravans. Most of their guards are trying to keep that thing at bay. And then right below you, as the cliff comes out and drops down, is the Ben, your old home that was burnt down, and the little neighborhood that's around it. And the well that sits in the center of it glows with a greenish blue color, and you see all of your mom's quilting friends, her quilting club, are all gathered around there, and you can see they're chanting something. A few of them look a little different. One seems much taller, has these really long, elongated elven ears and features. Doesn't look normal. And another one has much older, saggier skin than before, than you ever noticed, and has a much larger frame. And they are chanting, and you see, and this is probably about 40, 50 feet away from you, the homes there are all full of children. Playing games, laughing.
Oh, they're protecting the kids.
Yeah.
Seems like this group is protecting the children. There's a few folks that are like coming in, and like you see them ushering kids into here. Beyond that, you see the two ships in the distance have gotten closer. They're probably 10 minutes away to being in the bay.
And we're assuming this is Coconut Bill.
One of the ships at this point you see is that ship that Coconut Bill stole. It's that old rescue barge, that prison ship. The other one looks like a nice, kind of sleek, fast ship. You're not sure where it comes from.
He's got that elf money.
And for Caleb's poor memory and lore, review, do we think Nytheris he's here in support of Drescues and the nonsense, correct? We didn't somehow ingratiate him to fight with us.
I doubt it.
Stealing his shit.
Highly
yeah.
doubt
I
it.
doubt it.
Now,
Ruining his party.
I just wanted to make sure before I assume
Metagaming.
anything.
Not our friend.
Metagaming. Perhaps there's a way that we can show him our value by being kind of subversive of our.
Well, that's what I
existence
feel
or
like.
whatever.
He's got to be at least impressed by
He's
us.
like, oh mate, these guys escaped, and it's like, hey, nobody ever escapes me. He's kind of
Right.
cool. They should go in a place where they don't
Was
escape.
that-
very
I don't
His
remember
accent?
him talking
I
like
don't
that.
remember.
No, that's Nytheris. Is that how I said it wrong? I can't remember.
I don't
You
know
got
if
it right
I
that
don't
time.
know- Yeah, I don't
that
know
was
if
the
you got
first
the
time I
right
think. Actually.
guy.
Damn it! Oh,
His voice is
Nysereth.
simply my voice.
Nice, Sarah.
Yeah. Nysereth. Yeah, he
Nope.
talks like this. He's like,
Nope,
"Hey,
guys.
mate,
Nytheris.
my name is Nysereth,
Again, so close yet so wrong.
and I've got this fist. Shit.
No, he's not intimidating anymore. You really,
Just don't do any
really
other
defanged
accents. Yeah. Oh. Oh.
So, guys.
I can't make that joke, but you can, Val.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Because he fanged you.
Yeah.
He did.
I don't like
You got
that
fangs.
phrase.
You got fangs.
Not a fan of that.
Wow. Okay.
But guys.
Sorry.
So something that I'm really concerned with, I want to get up there and kill him, but I can't fly, and he can fly.
Right.
and he just like shoots lightning bolts. Even though I'm really good at dodging them, he's got to come down to me for me to kill him.
Right, yeah.
Also,
Maybe I'll shoot him with magic.
I need to get my armor back on. I mean, I can fight without it. But
Where's Roxy?
Yeah, that's like
Rosie?
down there.
Rosie.
You do see Rosie, and I forgot to mention Big Craig are in between the two buildings, Ghouls and the adventuring shop.
Where my
And Corgan and Dorgan are right here
Yeah.
by us.
Well-
And Corgan and Dorgan are also over there. Sorry.
Well, if I may, I know we need to stop Alastair, but I think if we go to those shops first, and maybe I'm being a bit selfish, but I can get my armor, we can maybe save Ghoul and your parents.
I totally agree, and I feel like we should kind of maybe have a loose plan with them to coordinate a little bit.
Is this is this like the mini games where we go around before the boss fight and we help everybody?
I think we're in the middle of the boss fight. We just have to scramble super fast.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I like the idea of going and helping Ghoul, and then we can get Ghoul's group to go and help us get those giant ballistas that are on the wall
Right.
and
Oh,
cart them
right.
over, and we can shoot the Storm Herald with those.
Yeah, the cool thing about ballistas is like you don't have to cart them anywhere. They usually shoot
Pretty far.
pretty far.
Pretty
Yeah.
far, yeah.
Would they
All
shoot
right,
that far?
let's.
Yeah, I've got experience with them.
What do you mean?
Not the ones on the north wall. That's a ways away from here. That's more than a mile.
That's really far.
Yeah.
I wasn't anticipating that distance.
So
Though
I'm
I
thinking-
will
That's
say,
too bad because they're
you
perfect
see
for frogs.
on one of the dress queue caravans, there's
Perfect.
a ballista.
a ballista.
Just like in Game of Thrones.
So let's get the ballista because they're closest, right?
Yeah, yeah.
No, they're across the bay.
They're across the bay.
They're
and
they're
there's a
furthest
giant
away.
frog
Furthest away.
chasing them.
And there's a that
All
one's
right.
like the massive frog that you fought, and then harassing the other buildings.
See
of the
what he's
smaller
doing?
Your
frogs.
mom's got this. Your mom's got this.
let's reunite with Rosie and
Ghoul.
Big
Yeah, let's get
Big
you
Craig,
clothed.
and let's take care of those situations, and then
All right, let's do it.
And what about our friend Melora here?
Oh yeah.
She's got to go talk to him just to see if he would listen.
Did you want to be here, or did you want to be part of that conversation?
I'm
or should
really-
I just go
I
talk to
mean,
him?
curious.
I do, yeah. I mean, is there a way you could like magically tune us in?
Yeah,
Like,
can
maybe
you
we
like
can
just say it really loud
and
so
then,
we can
like,
hear it?
also
Or at
amplify
least
his
Just
voice?
like talk to him, but yell really loud.
Yeah.
or
so
like
the
or
whole
magically.
you know,
I can do. I mean, yeah.
Into the
Yeah.
microphone.
The whole
so at
town would
least
hear me if
the
he
audience
wanted.
of the
That would-
podcast.
What about him?
Yeah.
What,
you can
yeah,
microphone him
he's
too?
he's part of the town, I think.
No,
But would
you
would
could
his voice
microphone
also be
him?
heard?
Oh no, I wouldn't have to allow that.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
No, you
Are
should.
we anticipating like
I-
subversion here?
I
or,
want the
like-
town to hear him too.
Yeah,
So-
can you make it more like a pronouncement to him,
Like we
but
can
so
all
everyone can hear?
your conversation. Like put the intercom on. You know.
I mean, yes, I can do that. Yes.
You need to
just-
engage.
That really.
Sorry.
I'm in.
How's that?
It just saves us the hassle, just metagame wise, of having to sit here and listen to the conversation. That way, we can go do this other stuff, and then also hear and have the satisfaction of hearing it.
Yeah, because I'm really curious.
You know, just metagame.
I see.
And
But-
Melora
I mean,
would.
she has agreed.
and
that
Melora would know the term meta game because she's
100%.
That's what's
she's
fucked
viewing.
up.
wouldn't.
She's viewing the chessboard.
She probably knows
She's
that
inside
we're
and out.
controlling her.
She's
That's why
here
she's
now.
So pithy. She's like, I know that you guys are just controlled by these
Alex,
assholes.
you broke my brain. I believe Haven is
We've
real.
been, yeah,
Okay, all right.
We've been
That's been the
incepted.
goal this whole time.
Next time I show up, my
Yeah.
face is painted. This is what she wanted me to do.
Time to kill ourselves to get into the game.
Yes.
You guys
Is there a
in?
movie
That's how
about
you
that?
enter. Mazes and Monsters with Tom Hanks.
The Tom Hanks.
Oh,
is just
boy.
weird.
It might not be Mazes and Monsters, but it's very close.
Minotaurs and men.
That's a different.
That's a
book.
very different.
that's the triple X parody.
Yeah.
That was the one
Yeah.
I starred in.
All right, let's head on
As the
to
Minotaur's bitch.
let's head on to the Rosie and Big Craig and
Yes,
Ghoul.
please.
Okay.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Ace. And you see her.
That was
She-
Melora?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course it was.
So you guys are going straight for the shop and Ghouls, that little courtyard
Yeah.
area. Okay. So yeah, you can climb down off to the left and get there pretty quick, pretty safely. Melora walks down to the group of quilters. That's where she heads first. do you catch. And you, as you're like you're kind of like skirting around them, you hear them catching up.
Like
Just
shooting a
friendly.
breeze.
Yeah.
Like, what are they talking about?
If you want to stay, you can get more conversation, but you hear them just like
You're gonna have to work for
welcoming
Alex
her.
to do that.
Yeah,
for you.
I'll. These are my mom's friends. I want to hear what. So I'll stay. I'll slow down.
Okay.
Yeah.
You hear her come up, and that elongated elven woman kind of breaks the chanting first and says, "Melora, please, we've been waiting for you." And she comes over. "Oh, we're going to have to talk soon. I need to know what's been going on in town before I venture off further. There's some young men here that I'm going to go talk to." "Oh, that's the one. Ben is his name." And they all kind of look over, and they see you, and most of them stop their chanting to like wave and like hold their hearts, and just kind of give you a look. Where are you? Are you just kind of outside of the neighborhood? Are you venturing closer?
I would venture a little closer. Yeah.
Yeah. You get into the courtyard itself, and you see this taller elven woman, which you assume is what's one of your mom's friends' names?
Belinda.
Belinda. You assume this is Belinda the elf, but she's much taller, a little crazier looking. She says, "It is good to see you, Ben. I assume you and your friends are going to deal with Alastair. We're hopeful to speak with Melora after this is all sorted, but things seem dire. If there's anything we can do to help, please let us know. We're trying to keep the children safe."
No, we're on it, Belinda. Yeah.
Thank you. Usually your mother would have taken care of this, but I mean, I'm so sorry that she's not with us now, but...
She's good. She's safe. I met her at Teller's Call.
And you hear them all kind of, gasp with excitement at that. "Well, that is good then. She's at Teller's Call. We'll have to commune with her soon."
Yeah, her tree is beautiful. Yeah.
And they take a moment with that, and they're like, "That is good to hear. That is good to hear." Well, I'm sure you have work to do.
Yeah, I just wanted to... I miss you guys. We'll catch up soon. Gotta go.
You've always got a room with us.
And then I take off.
And you catch up with the rest of the group. You guys heading down the cliff, heading towards the courtyard. As you get there, you see, Simon, you see your mom and your dad up there, and Rosie kind of whips around the side, sensing that you guys are there. And your mom just kind of waves down and then goes back to like looking and keeping an eye on the courtyard, fires off an arrow, gets reloaded by your dad, and she's just on guard up there.
Excellent.
I'm gonna go over to Rosie and rifle through to get my armor and start putting that on. So
Easy enough.
Yeah, and I think wherever we go next, I think I'm gonna suggest we ride Rosie. Maybe.
All four of us?
Yeah, why not?
I think all four of you can ride slowly. She's
Yeah.
not going to be able to jump up on any buildings or
Yeah.
anything, but
It's a dwarf and a halfling.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm like half of a dwarf. Like, my body's like hollowed out. There's some crabs.
I'm probably faster than
Yeah.
Rosie,
You're
but
like a third of the weight.
Right.
I think I'm faster.
so yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that absolutely, but she's not as agile. She
Yeah.
can like jump on buildings and other
Oh.
stuff when she's just ridden by one person.
I'd like to run up and chat with my parents real quick, if I could.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like
but
you kind of jump
go,
up
You're
on
this
some, on some boxes.
Yeah.
You reach your arm up. Your dad grabs it. He says, "Hey, good to see you. This all sucks.
Yeah.
This is all bad.
We're working on it. We met Melora. Go figure.
That seems crazy.
It's crazy.
You okay?
and, yeah, I mean my mind is spinning. I have a lot of thoughts about Melora and kind of how that all works in the world and everything, but we'll hopefully get a chance to talk about that later.
Yeah.
Um,
Later.
I just
your
want
mom whips out another arrow. You hear a frog croak in the courtyard.
Nice
You hear
one, Mom.
Corrigan and Dorgan like beating on it. We got that one.
That still only counts as one.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make sure you all are privy to this whole situation with the citizens of Quilton. There are a few, and I don't know if you've noticed, but they have kind of a special look about them.
Yeah, all those weirdos staring at Alastair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've
Start
kind of
shooting them.
encountered that. I've actually fallen victim to that same plight that they're under. It's a parasite that is under their skin. And I just want to make sure that everyone's aware of it, so you have compassion, and if there's a way to save these
Yeah.
citizens.
Maybe you can shoot those ivermectin arrows.
Oh, Lordy.
Your dad kind of whips over to your mom and says, "I told you they were like a parasite, not a curse." And you're like, "It seems like it's been a curse this whole time." Okay.
Yeah, it feels that way, but I show the scar. I show the scar on my shoulder from where one was ripped out of me.
Oh yeah. See, I knew it was like some sort of like meat bug that I knew. I told you
bug.
if we would have.
Dad, don't call it that.
Yeah.
Ever
It was a
again.
larvae
Don't
that
call
was
it
like
a
a bug that eats your meat. Like I got to cut that out.
Don't
What-
say it.
Like a
eats
bug
your
that
meat.
eats your meat.
Don't say that.
deal
Dad.
with that all
Dad.
the time. Sorry,
It was trying to pupate
Apologies.
in your son.
you got to get those out quick.
This is 13 all over again. So
Son, did
So
you take
I
your
just wa-
ivermectin? You're a cat.
I just want you to know about that, and if you could spread the word, because I feel like once these bugs are plucked out of these people, they might, help.
For sure.
They
Yeah,
might, they're just normal Quiltonians under a spell. So
You got some sharp knives in there.
yeah,
Oh yeah. I'll be looking for him now.
I mean, we
But-
butcher real
Plus-
good in our family, right?
Oh yeah. I mean,
so
But without killing.
Plus, I think we always preferred Quiltonites.
Quiltonians.
Guys, what do you think?
I like Quiltonians.
quilters.
No, that's the job. That's not the people.
Quiltinians?
Quiltinians.
Quiltonians? It's
Quiltians.
doesn't matter. Anyways,
Quiltians.
Yeah, this whole place might be burned to the ground here soon if
It
we
won't
don't do
matter.
something.
Yeah.
It won't be anywhere.
Yeah, the people after us will decide what to call us. So anyway, I just want to make sure you all are aware of that.
Yes, yeah. And your mom looks down and says, "I mean, I'm trying not to hurt any of the good folk here. I know what they're. I know that they've been going through a lot. So
Yeah. What's the story with the frogs, real quick, before we?
I don't know. They're
run
coming
on?
from the north gate. Something made the forest
That
real
was-
angry, and now they're headed this way.
Oh
Is that
no,
us?
that was
We do
supposed to be
that?
the forest enclave.
Oh, are they dead?
I think that could have been our fault for not protecting.
That doesn't sound
not
right.
having them.
No.
So,
Well, you heard
nothing's our
Melora.
fault.
There's no going back in time and fixing it.
Yeah.
So.
So we're gonna go deal with it, Harold. Oh gosh, guys, do you have anything you need to say or ask?
no. Is my armor on yet? Or-
Your armor's on.
Cool.
You're still,
Wow, that was really
slow.
fast per game rules.
yeah.
Took a few minutes.
Just kidding. I just made I'm sorry. I got to turn down the smartass.
No, you're good.
It's that city council meeting.
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's got you fired up.
It's time to liberate Quilton.
Sometimes I make things easier for the narrative.
Yeah.
Sometimes I make it more complicated. You never know.
Are you coordinating with Ghoul?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. We had a discussion.
Okay.
But I mean, really, at this point, this is an emergency and we're doing what we can.
Yeah. So right now we've got Melora. Melora's going to eventually speak with the Stormhell. We are trying to convince Melora to kind of help us out, but Melora being Melora, she's all about that free will, and she kind of doesn't really care what happens here because it doesn't affect her.
Yeah.
And so we're pretty much on our own.
She doesn't have time to help it. But did you see she's friends with my mom and her friends?
What?
Yeah, she's down there just chilling. They want to catch up after this. Isn't that
Interesting.
strange? Yeah,
Your
isn't that
mom
strange?
was like a weird witch.
Yeah, and apparently
Whoa,
you see
whoa.
Belinda down there. You see Belinda? Yeah, she looks like a tall elf lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what she normally looks like. You remember?
Who's the?
And then,
Or
Simon,
more
your mom
rotund
whips to your
woman.
dad and says, "I told you they were witches." This whole time, I knew it. I fucking knew it. They were witches.
But they're good.
I never
They're good.
said
They're
they
good.
weren't witches.
Yeah.
I just said that they were actually
No, this
animists who
is the conversation with Simon's parents.
Yeah,
They were also having a disagreement on a long-standing disagreement on that.
I knew it. And I like
they
that
were witches.
I like that he's never disagreed with her though. He just has more specificity.
yeah. He's mansplaining it.
Yeah.
So whatever you can do to help kids get to them, because they're doing a real good job right now of protecting
yeah.
the
Hey,
kids,
sounds like
saving the
a
kids.
plan. Yeah.
They're the witches that love kids.
We've got this guy Morgan who's coordinating some stuff. We'll tell him.
Hey, he's a good bookkeeper
Yeah.
And you see him like in the courtyard, just rushing around, talking to different people really quickly.
with a notepad. Like,
Yeah.
How many do you got?
Are there like librarians like attacking Ghoul's place?
There are. So you're on. You're near the adventuring shop, and then Ghoul's place is like a block down, and then just past that, there's librarians in combat with them.
Should we go maybe
engage.
help them
Yeah.
real quick?
Ghoul's
Clear
Ghoul's
up that
a
mess
good
and then
commander.
get Ghoul and the rest of them ready to march on?
Yeah, let's try to jump them and make real quick work of it.
Yeah.
I
All
shoot
right.
him with an Eldritch Blast.
I think we should
Not like
sneak
right
up
From a
and
block
send
away.
Like,
first.
we'll go there and
Yeah.
then kind of
Yeah,
attack.
I still have to
Still have to what?
be near them too. and
Just
attack them.
launching it up in the air.
I hope it gets them.
Come on, guys. It's a really long distance spell.
I know, and
is.
it doesn't it auto like
I don't think the measurements is in blocks though.
How
They're-
many feet is it?
Quite a ways. It's too far for an Eldritch Blast at this point.
How much further?
I mean,
Measure it out.
3
I
Salem
want to
City
see the
blocks.
measuring tool. I'm just kidding. I don't care.
How far is
I've got
Eldritch
the map
Blast?
here. You guys are right here. Like
wish I had
I mean, that's how big is like a shack? You know, I can do it
That's-
in shacks.
8 feet.
8 feet for a shack. Okay,
5 feet. 5 feet.
that's a small shack.
Fine. 6.5 feet.
that's barely bigger than
I think
the
a
height
shack
of
should
my
just
dad.
be 10 feet to
Like-
make it easier.
That's a shack. We're talking shacks. What kind of luxury ass
it's
shacks
like-
do you have?
That's
It's like
a prison
800
cell.
feet away at this point.
That's a prison cell, is what you're talking
I
about.
prefer to
can't
sneak
hit-
up on
I
them
can't
and
hit
attack
that
them
far.
from behind.
You guys loop around to where the
Yeah.
courtyard
All right,
is.
all right.
Thank you. for-
Above you, you
Thank
see
you.
Ghoul is kind of like coordinating things. You see here, Corgan and Dorgan are fighting off one of these small frogs that has shown up. They, double pierce the thing and then chop its head off. Where its head starts, no one really knows, but they know where its head is now, and that's on the ground.
just chop the front half off.
yeah.
for the record, though, having one eye makes depth and
perception,
distance
yeah,
really
that's
difficult.
fair.
So this is now canon.
Yeah, that's fair. It's not that far. It's 300 miles.
But you can see it.
You'll also see Big Craig is here.
Oh, yeah.
Also just keeping the courtyard safe. Ever so often a few people like from some other part of the town like rush in here and Morgan is directing them. It's like, oh, you guys go into the bar or you guys go into the houses. So this is where most of your group has coordinated now.
Excellent.
You see ghouls up on the top, and then probably half dozen folks are down in like cover with crossbows, keeping like suppressing fire on the approaching librarians.
Yeah, I want to get to a position where I can kind of flank behind where the librarians are.
Yeah, you could probably go through some of the residential houses and get behind them.
I'll go with Ace.
Okay.
And
And I guess me and Simon will hit him from the front.
yeah, we'll go the other direction, and I want to take Rosie with us and use her provide cover feature.
Okay.
Can't
Which
believe you're
grants
putting
us
Rosie
the-
in danger.
Grants us the dodge action when we want it.
Okay, so yeah, you guys, if you want to approach him kind of where Ghoul's soldiers are, you'll have a
built for
clear
this.
line of sight. And then if I can get a stealth check from the two flanking to see if they're noticed, if you two are noticed as you kind of flank around.
Oh, I dropped my character sheet.
Uh-oh.
I got a 16.
16, okay.
I need to use the restroom. Do you want me to do a roll before I run up?
Not that I can think of.
You can roll your ankle. Got
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
Wow, I'm on
Yeah.
fire tonight.
Really zinged him.
He was about to pee on me.
13.
13. Okay. They seem pretty well distracted, and you're able to get up within 30 feet of them, just down an alley. You see a few people run past you to get into like safety, but they pay you no mind. These are just regular folks of Quilton. But with that, let's roll initiative, and
Okay.
I'm going to keep this for a little bit.
I have advantage
Okay, that's
on
not terrible.
initiative checks.
Not terrible. Not the best, but not terrible.
I'm really mad.
Not the greatest, but not the worst.
22. And also, what is that move called where I attack a bunch of people?
What?
called your turn.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
When you have 3 attacks,
I
that's
do that.
I use move grand sweep.
It's like the special thing of this sword or this glaive. It's
Oh, sure.
I want to say it's like storm something.
Storm swipe.
It's a sword
Sturm
spell.
Shriek.
Storm stab.
Sword multi-hit.
Storm sword.
I think it is like storm sword.
Getting information on previous D&D and new D&D has become difficult now.
Yeah. It's become a hassle.
Yeah.
It's almost like we have to move away from D&D for our next campaign.
Yeah. Okay, I've got it though. Steel Wind Strike.
Steel Wind Strike.
I
knew it was stormy.
It's 30-foot range,
cuts their
and you can
jugulars,
choose
and they
up to
die.
5 creatures within that range.
Wow, 5.
22 for my.
Got that? Yeah. Everyone else?
Oh, 13.
Is this initiative?
Initiative.
Yeah.
4.
Oof. Rough.
I've been rolling bad for initiative lately.
Yeah. I mean, this is actually one of my better initiative rolls, sadly.
Oh.
I need an initiative roll from you. I don't know why I intentionally made sure to use the mic for that.
So everyone knows.
Just everyone knows.
Roll initiative.
Do you know how to fucking... No.
Okay, that's a 10.
Actively doing it.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, the fuck, man?
Hurry up.
We're trying to play.
What happened?
To play.
Ace and I are flanking. Basically, that's it.
Cool.
And we did our stealth roll to see how well we did. We did pretty well.
Okay.
We had to
So
look up
You
what
didn't fuck it
Milo's-
up?
No,
yeah, I
not
stealthed.
yet. Oh.
He actually stealthed better than I did.
Oh.
I should have maybe
Well, he's
done a little pass
a
without trace.
pallid-looking little...
Bitch. Yeah.
We both
That
said
was-
it doesn't really sound like you were going there. Pallid looking bitch. That's fair.
Yeah.
I am.
100%.
Yeah.
All right.
Nysereth attacks you.
No.
Do I need to roll for
Fucking
Rosie?
hell, no.
No, Rosie will go just right after you.
Okay.
Ace, you are up first.
Yeah. So I gotta get within 30 feet, and I'm gonna pick 5 of the guys, kind of in the center, and try to break up the whole group.
Perfect. There's 5 of them there's like 2 and then 3 of these librarians that are just behind some like cover, and you're within 30 feet of them.
All right. So I make a melee spell attack, which seems weird, but
Which is,
It's not that weird. It's
I
normal.
think it's a +6 or a +8 from what I remember.
Probably +8.
Yeah.
Probably
I'm
a plus
sure
8.
it's +8. Yeah.
+8, yeah.
It's definitely +8.
It's a +8.
Glad we were all on board for that.
Yeah. So that's gonna be 23.
Okay.
21.
Mm-hmm.
16.
That one's gonna miss.
18.
That one hits.
Is that a 7 or a 2? That's a 7. 15.
15. That one misses.
And 22. That was 5, right?
I think that was 6.
Oh.
Because that was the last guy. So one of them misses.
All right, so they take 6d10 force damage.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
I'm just going to pull up an app.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
No, everybody give him your
that's-
D10s.
I mean, I got D10s right here.
Yeah,
That's too much
D10s,
for
D10s, D10s.
I mean, I have only used this twice, ever.
Here.
I'm gonna slide him a couple D12s.
I mean, look, here's 5 of them right here.
I mean, I've got 4.
Well, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude. I
Here,
just need 2 more.
use Alex's. Those ones are loaded.
Loaded
Look at this
dice.
cool metal one, man.
I got a metal one from Alec. Actually,
Have
I got
another
two
metal one.
metal ones.
That would be pretty metal.
Yeah, metal on metal.
Oh, are you still using these?
I'm just using here. You can use that. I'm using a D4. Always use a D4 as a initiative marker.
Oh, smart.
Oh, there's a 10.
And how many of these librarians are around us?
There are 5 of them,
Oh,
at least right here. There's 5 of them that are attacking Ghoul's shop.
and was there another in a cart or something?
There's more librarians in town for sure.
My
Where are the
main
frog
goal
ones?
was to like break up the line so
Yeah.
that they can get in better.
He's got this Dynasty Warriors ass move right now.
yeah.
So that's going to be 38 damage.
38.
No, you're supposed to roll 68.
It was d10s.
Damn
it,
60.
Damn it, I suck at this.
Okay. Are you keeping position?
I then so I'm gonna be 5 feet away from one of them, and I'll just stay in the center-ish, and I'll just step back. So I'm 15 feet away, so they would have to come to me so I can attack.
Okay, so you want to like approach them 15 feet, so you're 15 feet away from them.
essentially.
Okay. So yeah, and you like walk out to the middle of the street then, if you want to be in the middle, because they're like flanking the road.
I'm like, Ace is here.
And
Yeah.
do they see this like an anime scene?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
sure.
the way that it happens, like, right, you're in the alleyway and you like rush out and you see 5 versions of Ace just like slashing at these guys.
Badass.
One of them kind of like sees this and dodges out of the way, but all of the other ones you see like the spear go in somewhere and a flash of blood before he like recollects
it's very anime.
in the middle of the street.
Pretty fucking cool.
That's
Very
that's
cool.
some jitsu right there, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That's some Naruto ass
Very,
shit.
very cool.
Val, you are up after that.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick a guy and run up to him with my maul.
All right. Do you want to pick the guy that wasn't hit or one of the ones that were hit?
The guy that wasn't hit.
Okay.
He needs to get some damage
This
on
one's
him.
mine.
You're mine.
Speaking of Val Kilmer's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Trump's tariffs killed him.
Yeah.
I think it was pneumonia brought on by throat cancer.
I
But
was
anyways,
honestly really surprised that wasn't an April Fool's joke.
It seriously
I-
seemed like
I
I
re-
saw it. I was like, okay.
I reluctantly told Kelly because
am
I was like, I think he's dead.
flanking with anyone.
You were not.
Okay.
I mean,
So
we
just
all
straight
saw
roll.
Maverick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fighting with Ace, so
Yeah, Ace is in the center, arm's reach, halberd reach from everyone.
That's a 13.
13's a miss.
I'm gonna use my second attack.
definitely giving them come at me, bro.
That is a nat 20.
Bag.
It's right by you, bro.
Bag. He looked into it.
No, I didn't. I legit didn't. I don't want the
Judge.
action figures because I know those
Judge.
are for.
We're saving those for the kid.
I've got such a good lineup right now.
Oh, a lighter.
Always needed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Those
Now you
come in
can
handy.
start.
It's like
fires.
a hybrid.
I'm
Like
gonna.
bet-
yeah.
between the long neck and the
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
pocket.
When
I'm
you got to
gonna-
light your glass pipe safely, you know?
I'm gonna set my place on fire.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that insurance claim.
Turns out Dash is just an insane firebug.
I know. It just like set me off when I saw it. A lighter.
I've been doing so good.
I gotta call my sponsor. My arson sponsor.
Okay, and For
Anonymous.
the nat 20s, it's I do the full damage and then I roll.
Yeah.
Right? Okay,
Yeah.
so
And if you wanted to choose to put a divine smite, that works on that stuff as well.
yeah. I also forgot that since I was level 7, I get the Aura of Hate, so I add my Charisma modifier to my damage.
Oh, nice.
So it's another +3.
Yeah.
That's
so now,
cool.
So now I do an extra 11 damage.
And how cool is Aura of Hate?
Yeah, very cool. Yeah.
I feel like I got one of those in real life.
Yeah.
I can feel it from here.
Okay, that's awesome. Sweet. That is that's 30 damage. Plus. And then I'm gonna smite.
Why not?
Smite it.
And then another.
But he gets to double his smite damage.
no.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's how it
Oh,
works.
really?
You get the full.
Oh, yeah,
full,
full-
So
full.
so
full
I
smite.
get the full 16 damage plus another.
But it's actually going to be 24
Yeah.
damage because he's doing it level.
no.
Why would he use that on the librarian?
That comment was just like swirling into like
yeah,
a drain.
Yeah. I just
Yeah, and obviously that's
Remember?
Why not?
okay, yeah, that's not great. But that will be a total of another 20 damage, so a total of 50 damage.
Sick.
That's got to be one of the highest we've had so far this season
Yeah. You
for one attack.
dismantled this guy.
Nice.
This is somebody you actually like trained a little bit.
Oh no!
Yeah. What's his name?
I
What's his
hated this
name?
guy.
Oh, gosh.
Tomas.
No, Trevor.
Trevor.
Hell yeah! Sorry to
As
Trevor's.
I'm like swinging it down and like the hammer's like lighting up and I'm like, oh, Trevor. Oh shit.
And he always hated that because you're supposed to say Trevor, but
Trevor.
because
yeah.
he's pretentious
always
like
call
that.
him
Yeah.
and right as you remember that, you swing a little harder.
Yeah, as I'm swinging it down, I say the thing that I always said that he was bad at in combat. I was like,
Which
oh,
was dodging.
yeah. I was like, you fainted too early. Boom.
Oh God, I'm still learning lessons. But yeah, he's like on the ground, heavily hurt, not dead, but
What?
very close.
Whoa.
He has more than 50 hit points.
He chopped him in half
He didn't chop him in half.
at the waist.
No. He hit him really hard twice.
I saw it.
Just
he
once,
chopped him
actually.
in half.
That was only one of my attacks.
Oh, okay. So now he's dead.
No, that was my second attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, my extra attack.
Wow.
Okay.
Because I missed the first one.
God damn it.
Anything else?
No, I did enough.
All right.
Give him one of these.
It's the librarian's turn. We'll do Trevor first.
But he's,
He's
at
going
a
to-
disadvantage.
He's cut in half.
Just because you say these things doesn't make them true.
This is the guy that trained him.
But
He
there's
can
a
read it.
barracks nearby.
There's no
He's the
way.
guy that trained him and has also been told for the past like couple years that he's evil and bad.
Oh, okay.
And so this is his
But he
chance to
also
prove his
faints
worth. So
super
maybe he gets
easily.
advantage for that? An extra divine smite damage?
No, he has to roll a Constitution because he faints all the time.
He believes in his heart of hearts that Val is a fiend.
Yeah.
So it
yeah.
just gives him the extra damage.
He is going to get up and he's going to make 2 attacks on you.
Yeah, if you believe it with enough confidence, it makes it true.
Exactly.
Just like that, there's
Son
a
of a bitch is a fiend.
around the corner.
23 and 17 to hit.
Yes and no.
Okay.
On the one that he hits, I'm gonna just hellish rebuke him.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's a dex saving throw.
Was that Trevor? That was Trevor?
That's
Yeah.
Trevor.
Trey-
That one was
Trevor.
Trevor.
10
Trevor.
on his
Trevor.
deck saving throw.
We're calling him Trevor.
So I think that's a fail.
Yeah, he says it's Trevor.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Yeah.
And that's a 2d10 fire damage. And
If he wasn't
hits me,
cut in half
and he
before.
takes 15,
he's on fire.
15 fire damage.
That'll do it. Trev is down.
Yeah.
He goes to swing, you feint and dodge out of the way, and he goes to swing again, but just erupts in flames as this happens, and then just kringles and falls down.
As he's dying, he's definitely like, oh, he was a fiend.
Yeah.
I knew it! They were right!
I will burn you in the afterlife.
I have failed, Melora.
Thanks for dropping by, friend. In the meantime, you can also leave our bartenders and troopers a tip over at patreon.com/in@the-end. We hope to see you here next week. Until then, grab your sword and keep on adventuring.